The last few days we've been working on lesson 1.7, and this is subtracting. For most parents, this is going to be exactly how we were taught growing up, so you can take a deep breath with Common Core and know that you can handle this with your children and pretty much teach them the same way that we were taught. My first example is 16,421 minus 14,831. The only thing that's different with Go Math is that they want us to estimate first to see if our answer is reasonable. And so in this case, we're going to round to the thousands place because that's going to get us a more specific estimate. And so I ask, is this closer to 16,000 or 17,000? This little 4 here in the hundreds place is your messenger. It's telling it to stay 16,000. Then we're going to subtract what we round here with 14,831. Again, rounding to the thousands place, the 8 is your messenger, and it's telling it to go up to 15,000. So technically our answer should be close to 1,000, and if it is, then we can say it is reasonable. So I'll go ahead and start subtracting. 1 minus 1 is 0. I have 2 tens minus 3 tens, but I don't have enough to do that, so I'm going to go next door and take one of them from there, so that's then going to become a 3, and then I give it to the neighbor and make it 12 tens. 12 minus 3 gives me 9, and then I still can't do 3 hundreds minus 800, so I go next door again and I make this 6,000, 5,000, and I give it to my neighbor, so I'm now going to have 13 hundreds minus 8 hundreds, and that gives me 5. Put my comma in right away, and then take 5 thousands minus 4, and that gives me 1,000, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So technically my answer is pretty close, so I can say it's reasonable. One other thing that Go Math has done is they have said you can add to check, and most of us learn this as well. If you add these two numbers, you should be able to get your top addend. Another example, and you don't always have to estimate, it's just good for kids to see. It's a quick way for them to check if their answer is close. So I will estimate very quickly on this. And again, Go Math gets a little confusing on which number to round to, but in this case I'm going to round to my thousands. And so in this case, I'm going to have that it's closer to, actually we're going to round to the 10,000s in this. So it's closer to 460,000. And then here I see that this is closer to 40,000, and I subtract. Really, you can round to whatever you want, just so that it's the same with the top and the bottom. If you round further in, with your thousands or your hundreds, you're going to get a more specific answer. So the reason is just to get to a quick estimate. We have 0, 0, put your comma, 6 minus 4 is 2, and then 4 minus nothing. So our answer should be around 420. 2 minus 0 is 2. I can do 1 minus 0 is 1. 9 minus 8 is also 1. So the ones period is pretty easy. Then I see I cannot take 6 minus 7. I don't have enough. So I come next door and I take 10,000, and I give it to the thousand. So I have 16 thousands minus 7 thousands, and that's going to give me 9. And then I can do 4 minus 3 is 1, and then 4 in the hundred thousands place. And this answer is extremely reasonable because it's very close. Again, showing that you could add to check. You would add these two bottom numbers, and you should get the top addend. One more example with subtracting across zeros, and you can go online and find tons of other examples, but this is the way that we've been teaching it in class. Going through saying I cannot do 0 minus 9, so I try to go next door. There's nothing there. Go next door again, nothing there, again and again, and finally in the hundred thousands place we're going to take it away, but you give it right next door. I tell the kids to start over. Anything next door? No. Anything here? Anything here? Oh, hello. I'm going to take that away and give it to my neighbor. Again, starting over, nothing here, nothing in the hundreds place. The thousands has some to give, so I give it right next door. Starting over again, nothing next door, but oh, we're getting closer. Makes that 9 hundreds, and I give 10 tens to the tens place. And I now have tens to give, and this, I'm sorry, this should be a 9. And then I give it to my ones period. And then what's great is normally this will be perfectly set up where you can fly through the rest of it. 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus nothing is 9, 9 minus 6 is 3, put your comma in right away, 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 take away 4 is 5, and 4 minus 1 is 3. Add to check, add the bottom two numbers, and it should give you the top. One last way that I want to show you, and I showed it, or I linked a video on my webpage, and I really liked this idea to show kids and to understand what regrouping really is. You could go through over here and do 2 minus 5. You can't do it, so you take from your neighbor and give it to the ones period, so you now have 12 ones, and then you subtract, so you would have 7. You can't do 2 minus 5, so again you have to take from your neighbor, and this now becomes 12. You subtract, you have 7 again, and 5 minus 4 is 1. But I have broken it down in an expanded form over here, so I have 6 hundreds, 3 tens, and 2 ones, minus 4 hundreds, 5 tens, and 5 ones. Now I can't do 2 minus 5, so I'm going to take a 10 away, so this is now going to become 20, and I give it to the neighbor, so 10 plus 2 is 12. You can subtract now 12 minus 5 and get 7. Then I still can't do 20 minus 5, so I'm going to take 100 from over here. This now becomes 500, give it to my neighbor, since I took 100 out, so I have 100 plus 20 is 120. And so then I know 120, and I'll just put it here, 120 minus 50 is 70. And then 500 minus 400 is 100. This is an expanded form, but you can break it back down into standard as 1 in the hundreds place, 7 in the tens, and 7 in the ones. I thought this was a really cool way to show exactly what regrouping is. I hope this helps, and keep working hard with those students. I appreciate it.